Guys, it is episode 68 of Clash of the Podcast. I am Conrad Cushman, representing everything pro wrestling. He is Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. We are coming to you at a very special time tonight. Thank you for everyone who could join us, who just filed on in. Keep filing in. Do us a favor, guys. If you like the content, hit the like button on it. If you see our shorts, like those, TikTok, Twitter, go follow us everywhere. All of our handles are down below. We are not doing the moving video this week. I just want to see if the video quality works out a little bit better, and it appears to be from the early goings of this. Hashtag blame StreamYard. So do us a favor, keep rocking with us. Leave us 5-star reviews on my stuff and Sean's stuff as well. We greatly appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we appreciate you. We're going to get into your comments. We're going to talk a lot of pro wrestling. One big rumor that's floating around, I kind of want to hear Sean's thoughts about it. And we are going to get into all that and more. I feel like I'm forgetting something.
We won't keep the people waiting because we're starting late today. Let's get right into it. Conrad, drop that thing.
All right, I see those likes popping up, and I want to start this show off here tonight with a little bit of a bang, and Joel comes and steals the thunder. He comes in with the super chat, so we got to bump him up to the top. He's coming in. I feel like you're singing like NSYNC. Happy holidays.
Wow. Excuse me. Lord have mercy.
Oh my goodness. We'll pick some better Christmas artists after this. We just couldn't do Mariah Carey. So Joel says, happy holidays, Sean and Conrad. Thank you for the $2 super chat, my friend. Super chats are always open for you guys. We greatly appreciate it. Everything that I usually use it for either goes right back into pro wrestling in some form, or it'll be to upgrade equipment. If you're doing it on this one, we got to break Sean off. If Sean needs a new mic, that's what we're using these things for right now. So thank you.
This is true.
You know, if he starts coming up with a mansion or something, then I might have to look at him sideways and say, I need to see the company credit card here for Clash of the Podcast. But for the time being, thank you guys so much for that. Joel especially, thank you so much. Doug, an hour later normal than why? Doug was messaging me earlier when I was out at the gym. He was wondering what was going on with us. But yes, we are good. Are you guys going to compete with Raw and football? Number one, the Buffalo Bills already played. There is no football today in my mind.
And it's
so what were you saying about Raw?
I was going to say, when it comes to Raw versus us, there is no competition.
You heard it from the man himself. Sir Quills in the house. He said, what up, Conrad, Sean, chat? Your boy Sir Quills is back again with my two favorite bros, CJ and Hubs, for the 68th Yammer Yager.
I love it. I love it.
Love it. Episode with the dopest podcast, Clash of the Podcast. Appreciate it. Look at Doug. Doug came back. See y'all in about an hour.
Thanks for sticking
By the way, Conrad, thank you for allowing me to punch about Yammer Yager. You were on top of that. It was nice to know I'm not alone, though. Hey. I love some hockey, too. People don't know. I'm an old school hockey fan, not these days. Look at Derek in the chat.
My guy, Derek.
Derek. Mr. Matt Lopez says,
Leezy, Fo, Sheezy.
good evening, everyone. Hope it's a great start to the holiday weekend for everyone. I appreciate that. Jason's in the house. Sup, guys? Just got off work. What did you guys want to talk about? Is it bad that I read that in Cody's voice now all the time? You can be honest with me.
Not bad at all.
Cody has forever ruined that phrase. Did y'all see Final Battle?
That's what's bad.
Did you catch up on Final Battle? He wants to know.
Yeah, I caught up on it.
We'll talk about it. That's on my docket, at least, to speak about tonight. Guy will gamble.
It doesn't seem like there were many people in the arena who caught up on it.
They did better from where they were a couple weeks ago. It seems like people waited till the last minute to get tickets for this.
It was tough. Looking like a Carolina Panther game.
Yikes. Says Guy Will Gamble. What is happening, brother? Vinny in the house. You might as well say your tagline.
What?
Yeah, I said, where's your tagline? I said, Vinny's in the house. The only Vinny he likes.
Oh, only Vinny I like. That's a fact. I love it.
Hey, boys and girls. About to listen. God bless. Thank you so much. Vinny also gives us happy holidays.
I bless you too, man.
Here comes Renegade L2K coming to troll. How about them Cowboys? What's the meal for Christmas, fellas? Do you know what's on your menu already?
I actually have a printout of what my breakdown is going to be because we all have responsibilities as I'm on my way to Florida. Yes.
We're doing like lasagna, and I think my mom said she was making me a steak. I don't even know how this came about. I think I had mentioned something like, yeah, I'm not like a Mr. Lasagna spaghetti kind of guy. I'm weird. But you know why? All right, I got to explain sometimes why I don't like this. I had a big family growing up, so if there were people in my house, I have a brother, sister, mom, dad, and then there was usually other people over here sometimes. So spaghetti was common. I don't like spaghetti anymore. Or we would have beef stroganoff, hamburger, anything with noodles, and I'm like, yo, dog, I can't eat this anymore. Like, I just cannot do this. And it's like a meal that will feed like 100 people, and I'm just like, I can't. I'm not a fan. So I just grow up and I'm like, I don't like spaghetti.
Well, my mother and aunt just forwarded me the list for what's going on down in Miami next Monday. It's looking like yams, macaroni and cheese, looks like beef ribs, obviously turkey, and lasagna so far. That's so far. And we're going to have about 14 people.
Man, I'm trying to see the dessert list, though. That's what I'm trying to see for the fam. Well, Sean's going to have to take a picture. You might have to take a picture of it. And
I got you.
No, you got to post that on social media for the crew.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're definitely going to do that.
Follow him down below. Guy Will Gamble's feeling the slick back, bro.
Oh, man, you like that, bro? I appreciate you, man. I take a lot of pride in the hair, man. I do. Not that anything's wrong with being bald because you're making.
All right, that's what I needed to hear.
Oh, man, I got you.
McKinney said, yo, I'm here to talk wrestling with the Fire Live chat, the dynamic duo of Monday Clash of the Podcast, to let y'all know, stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop.
First they had them like, now they like, what, baby? Yeah. McKinney, I like that.
E crying tears. You'll be all right, E. You'll be all right. Terrell says, I'm so confused. The Giants lose and the NFL says they are still in the playoff hunts. Hubbard Conrad, what in the Twilight Zone? Bro, don't get me started. How are the Bills in 11th place? We just beat one of the best teams in the league. Crazy. What is this?
The thing is, nobody's good in the AFC, but then at the same time, nobody's bad either. So everybody's 8-5, 7-4.
No, and the problem is the NFC, I got to look at the Saints and then battle over losing records. Who's going to be number one? This is trash. We got to fix this.
The NFC NFL. South champion is going to probably be 7-10.
That's buns. And then we got teams who are, yeah, I'm sorry that your record wasn't good enough to make it in the playoffs. Better luck next time, buddy. Like, what is this?
The system is flawed, my brother.
Oh. B-boy, I'm not even giving that any breath of air today. I did see that verdict just come out for we'll say Avengers, but we won't even speak on that. Eric Douglas, welcome. He said Dom just re-signed for 5 years.
Good for him. He earns it.
Yeah. Dominic's really, really good, man. I have no issues with him. I know some people weren't feeling him in the beginning, but I'm a fan. Young fellas don't know about Yammer. Yammer Yager is a legend in the game. Him and Mario Lemieux back in the day, crazy. Look at that. Was my guy in NHL 95. Remember when people used to buy those games? Now I feel like I don't ever want to play those anymore.
Guys, though, I have heard that NCAA football is scheduled to make its return next summer.
Oh, you gotta see my brother. My brother's been counting down, bro. He was like, it got pushed back a year.
The last time that game came out was 2011. I can't imagine how cool that's going to be. 2024 version?
Bro, I remember I bought the year it came out. Was it 08 or 09 for the PS3? My first game I put in, and my disk drive didn't work when they first came out, and it got stuck, and they had to take a hammer to it at I think it was Target, maybe. Yeah, no, but it came out perfectly fine, unscathed, because they said he was going to give me a new copy if he broke it.
Okay.
I was like, all right, now. I was like, you're going to owe me.
Well, so I'll remind everybody by the time it rolls around next summer, but my favorite thing to do for NCAA football was to create a team and take them all the way to the national championship. That's my favorite thing to do.
I used to love creating my guy and then importing them over to Madden and then doing that.
See, now I'm fired up. Next summer, baby.
I can't wait. Matt Lopez says, get well wishes to Charlotte and Kenny. Yes. Charlotte had a terrible, it sounds like it might be like 3 injuries in one with what happened. I have never seen the footage of what happened between her and Asuka, but not the biggest Charlotte fan in the world, but I'll be the first one to tell it that I don't want to see anybody get injured. I don't want to see someone lose their spot like that.
Nobody would ever accuse you of that, Conrad. And the same thing with me. I'm not a big Charlotte fan either, and I did see the footage. I'm very saddened to see what took place and hear what took place. It looks like she's going to be on the show for a while. Get well soon, Charlotte. Get well soon, Kenny Omega as well.
Yeah, diverticulitis is no joke. If you guys don't know, look that up. Prayers up to Kenny Omega, man. Seems like he's just always trying to get better, man.
Yeah.
So good luck to Kenny with that.
Father Time is undefeated. Not that this has anything to do with being older, but you start to wonder, maybe is it his time to kind of think about slowing down. Either way, get well soon.
Yes. Joel says, I have Honor Club. I watched some Final Battle. It was good from what I read. Yeah, I thought it was a good show. So Billy is back to being Athena's puppet now. Well, we got to watch and see what happens with Ring of Honor. We'll see. WWE Speed Edition of Clash. We're not going to go that fast. Not 5 minutes fast.
We'll cross over a little bit.
No, but did you see that, though? The new speed clocks that they're having? Yeah. Wild. Shout out to everyone whose team won on Saturday, Sunday. Another great week of wrestling. Everyone is back, jacked, and ripped. I thought you were going to say what it was on Powerhouse Hobbs' shirt. Back, jack, and black. I need to know the routine. Matt Lopez, we were talking Final Battle on Twitter and stuff. He was feeling it. Renegade L2K's having ham and prime rib.
Prime rib, excuse me. Very cool.
Yeah, fancy brother over there. I must not forget Conrad and Hubbard. Salute, much love. Thank you. By the way, we were on Pro Wrestling Shoot, me and Sean and James, who's Renegade L2K. So, yes, thank you guys for that. If you guys didn't get a chance, go back and check that out. We had a really good conversation about CM Punk, I thought, with lots of differing opinions and how we felt about it.
Yes. And finally, I think somebody understands that I don't hate CM Punk. I never did.
Yeah, and I don't think everything he did was right, but I think that in the middle is where we have the fluctuations. You know what?
The way I'm talking and the way you're talking, it must be Christmas.
Must be. My Christmas dinner is looking like yellow rice with cooked ham and barbecue chicken, baby. Let's go.
Tacos for Christmas. I like that, McKinney. Ooh.
By the way, for those who thought I actually licked my fingers, you can go watch the video version. I swear to you, I didn't. Around the 13-minute mark.
You minded.
Steak, bagel, and cheese. Yo, you tell Derek to eat one, bro. Yo, next time me and Derek bet, bro, that's going to be his bet.
First of all, Easy E, thank you for the comment. I'm having a lot of difficulty with this thing, okay? Because I've kept my mouth shut. Derek, I don't know what your issue is, bro. Because you're my guy. But I don't know a human being on the face of God's green earth that doesn't like the McDonald's steak, egg, and cheese bagel. I don't know what's going on with your taste buds, brother. But you need to rectify that as soon as possible. Because I'm not a big McDonald's guy, but the steak, egg, and cheese bagel is hitting, bro.
Right? I got no issues. Quill says, Clash of the Podcast, Conrad and Shaw over Raw, then, now, and forever. I said what I said in caps.
Ooh, thank you, sir.
Shaw, you don't like Conrad and I because we are bald? Here he goes. And then he's
yelling. That's when rumors get started, Joel. Don't do that.
Then he starts yelling DMX.
Yes,
you know, man. You know. Kyra got the top going crazy, too.
Word.
That's natural, baby. Rubbing that shea butter on that thing. You got to keep the head a little shiny, bro. Can't be coming up.
Mrs. Conrad puts the shea butter on there, right, bro?
Sometimes.
There you go.
BJ says, yo, sorry for the late arrival. Hope y'all are doing well. Welcome, BJ. Welcome.
BJ, how about this? We're sorry for the late arrival, so we're all in the same ballpark.
Ours was scheduled, technically. See, I don't want Derek to start thinking he can get away with saying that, because Derek's always late. Still possible for them to make it, but they need some teams to lose. Hot giggity garbage. But we should have won in the beginning, so I'm not mad. Giants could get the last wild card with the worst record and win the Super Bowl. That'll be insane. They've done it before.
You know what?
I ain't sleeping on them.
We're not gonna beat Philly twice. It's just not gonna happen.
NHL 94 was my thing back in the day when I was a kid on Sega. Game over, man.
I can back up Joel in saying I have proof that NHL 94 is the best, because NHL for the games that come out now, the NHL 2023. They allow you to have an old school controller setup. And you know what year the controller setup is?
94. I got the new NHL, man. I just don't play it like I used to, though. I used to be in love with those games.
Yes,
Final NCAA game was 2014. Basketball was 2010. I missed the college basketball games. I used to love those. CM Punk came back to WWE before NCAA football came back.
Wow. Gamble with
That's wrong. That's wrong, Gamble. Gomar said, yo, what's good? Guys, I'm going to jump ahead. I know a lot of you guys are having a bunch of stuff. I'm going to try and go through your comments and bring them up, but me and Sean are going to get this conversation started, and we are going to jump in. Sean, do we dive head first into Monday Night Raw from last week?
Let's do it. Absolutely.
I have a quote that I need to start this with. This is what I was going to start off with earlier. But Joel super chatted, and I had to change it up.
Come on, bro.
This is a very, very important quote in hip-hop history. It is from the Takeover song. You made it a hot line, I made it a hot song. And that's exactly what I thought of when I saw CM Punk and Seth Rollins go face to face. Now, let me tell you why I was excited for this. It wasn't for CM Punk's part in this. It was Seth Rollins finally being serious. No, none of the foolishness. It was cut out. I appreciate that. That's what I want. That's character development. It is not some freaking stupidity. He still came out in the suit. I can get with that. Maybe it's the Batman Joker thing they were going for because the suit was purple. I'm fine with that. But Seth brought up great points. It was very similar to the Hangman promo. I have no issues with that. I thought they delivered in this, and even CM Punk letting Seth get his shots off, because what did I say that first week in the Bat promo? He's setting him up so that he can tear him down. CM Punk said, look, I'm going to let you say whatever you got to say and get it off your chest. But I want you to know something. This is the last time you will ever come out here and disrespect me like this. And I was like, whoo. And he entered himself into the Royal Rumble. I appreciate this for Seth Rollins. Sean, your thoughts, my friend.
I mean, I'm really excited, but see, there's an issue that I'm having now. And the issue is this. Seth Rollins did his thing on Monday, but I'm starting to wonder what Seth Rollins' place in the company is going to be moving forward. Because, you know something, it seems to me that this young man has been leapfrogged, and it seems like it's continuing. Roman Reigns is obviously the number one guy in the business, in the company. Cody Rhodes has leapfrogged Seth Rollins, and it looks like CM Punk is too. So, yeah, CM Punk did his thing, but I think we all recognize the fact that CM Punk's going to win that title at WrestleMania 40, right? So, where does that leave Seth Rollins? Because right now I'm starting to think Seth Rollins is starting to – that's not true, Derek. Love you, brother. But I'm starting to think that at the end of the day, Seth Rollins is starting to become – do I need to say it? Unappreciated.
I think Seth Rollins has been their MVP.
Well, I know that, and you know that, but I don't think they know that.
I think they do. I think they do appreciate him. Here's what I'm saying. Listen, and this is my early on WrestleMania thoughts. This isn't my prediction or anything yet. CM Punk doesn't have to win this. He really doesn't. It's not. What is this going to do? What is it really going to do? I don't really have a clue. But he doesn't have to win.
I mean,
it's not one of those.
This could be Edge and Del Rio all over again. It could be. I just don't know.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Because a lot of things happened off of that. So what do you mean?
I'm talking specifically about the fact that 99% of us thought Del Rio was going to be Edge at 27, and Edge ended up retaining the title
in the opener.
Well, yeah, I mean, I hope, God forbid it's the opener, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, that was when it was one night as well. But I don't. You can go either way with this. It depends on what the story calls for and where you're going. Is Seth's back really hurt? Then maybe you go with Punk. If not, maybe this is Punk's I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, or not even I'm sorry. I left. I shouldn't have left. Thank you for holding it down. Boom, you got me. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. I feel like one of them can spin off of this and turn heel. The question is, who do you want to have turn heel?
Destined to be a heel, don't you?
I've been salivating to see him heel. Even when he was in AEW, I was like, please turn him heel.
My dream scenario has Punk ending up as a heel. You want me to map it out for you real quick? It takes about 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
Well, my thing is that I think that Paul Heyman's going to turn on Roman Reigns in favor of Seth Rollins. I mean, in favor of CM Punk. And that's going to turn Roman Reigns face. Now, whether Roman Reigns sticks around, I don't know. But I think that Roman Reigns is going to be around at least for a month or two after. I think the whole thing about Roman disappearing after WrestleMania is not true. I think Roman will be around on a part-time basis even after WrestleMania. And I think he's going to turn face. And I think that's the way they do it.
Yeah, I think that Roman is destined to be a big-time babyface. The question is, you just got to turn him at the right time. He's not turning face until he loses that championship, at least right away. Do you put the wise man back with Punk?
I put the wise man back with Punk to make an awesome heel turn. Then all of a sudden you have CM Punk and Paul Heyman back together, which is money printing.
Oh, man, I can't wait to see that stupid watch spot when Heyman be like, check my watch. Yeah. Check my watch, buddy.
I don't think, as good as Paul Heyman has been, I don't think he's been better than any time he's been with CM Punk.
Yeah. I love that time period. I thought Punk had underrated matches with Brock Lesnar. I think he was very underappreciated at that time. And I think Punk and Seth, they need each other. It's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Punk, you want that a main event, night one, whether he feels that way or not. I feel like they're going to both feel like that's not the real main event.
Exactly.
But it's the night one main event. You guys need each other. Go out there, do your thing. Okay, cool, great. But they both were in that same position of, you're underappreciated. Yes, you are putting on the best matches, but look, even then, Punk's been showing up more than Reigns. Yeah, he may not be there tonight, or he may not be there for a week or two, but Punk's coming right back. It's not like he's off. What do you mean? Oh, you're dead. See, now you're just trying to start stuff. See, we were off to a good foot on the pre-show.
I'm just kidding. You know what? I'll go even further with it. CM Punk has really impressed me so far.
He is.
I hope if CM Punk keeps doing what he's doing, I have no problem. CM Punk has been exemplary since his return.
I think that he looked very happy too, being in NXT. What did you make of the CM Punk? I know we're mixing a lot of stuff into this, but what did you make of CM Punk saying he wanted to kind of take over NXT? And I think that he would love to do that.
I think CM Punk has always been about the next generation. I think CM Punk's always been about good business. I've only had one issue with CM Punk in his entire career. He has a bad temper. That's the only issue. I have never said one word about Phil Brooks in his entire career, other than he needs to check his temper. Other than that, I think he's great for future stars. I think he's great in the ring. I think he's great on promos. I think he's great backstage. I just think the brother needs to get to a point where he doesn't allow people to poke at him, where he ends up spazzing out. Other than that, Phil Brooks is great for Phil Brooks is great for pro wrestling. I've never said anything other than that.
Did I send you the A Steel clip from Rip Rogers' podcast?
You did not.
I'm going to remind me to, because I want to send you just that part, because you'll be sitting there for 2 hours listening to. I listened to the whole thing.
Okay.
But at like the 30-minute mark, A Steel mentions what happened with like AEW and gets into some of the stuff a little bit. And like I said, the only person who's not under NDA is his wife.
Yes.
And she saw the whole thing. So I would be interested one day if she ever speaks on it. Maybe she doesn't want to at this point. That's fine. If she never does, that's her. That's how she feels. But very interesting. Like you said, he's been exemplary so far. He's been, I don't know what to call it. He's been a good boy. You know what I mean? Like there's been no issues.
He's been a professional since he's been.
And you know what else? You know what else I think helps him? Being away from it too. Like being away for a week, being away for 2 weeks. Not on the grind constantly. He's earned that, I think, at this point.
I mean, CM Punk, I'm just throwing this out here as a completely hypothetical, never happened, never should happen thing. But if CM Punk, in that moment, when Seth said what he said, CM Punk could have been like, you know what? At least I didn't have to go through a divorce before I ended up getting with my woman. Something ridiculous, something crazy, like Iowa's never produced any good athletes. You know, whatever. He could have went personal. He could have went into a nasty direction. But what did he do? He did his job. I'm proud of the brother so far. I'm proud of him. This is what I need from him. I need him to be CM Punk. I need him to be a professional. I need him to continue making millions of dollars. And I need him to continue to entertain us.
He knows what the people want. Punk's very smart when it comes to this. He really doesn't miss too often. Even before he was world heavyweight champion, I thought he doesn't miss too often. I even loved the little segment with Kofi Kingston. I can't remember if that was on Raw last week or if that was 2 weeks ago. But the whole just making me crazy. They was like, "Yeah, bro, we don't do that no more, though. All right, don't say that anymore." And it just made me laugh. And Kofi was one of my favorites back in the day, too. I don't know if people – one day me and Sean will have to do a podcast about how Kofi Kingston has been robbed multiple times in this company.
Don't get me started.
McKinney has a good comment here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to read let's start with – where do I want to start with this? Let's start here. Let's start with Guy Will Gamble. I'm not so sure Rollins loses to Punk at WrestleMania. We'll see. It leaves Seth in the most Cody feud fog. Make up another title. Make Shawn Seth happy.
Oh, boy.
Here he goes. Gomar says, I don't think Punk wins the title, in my opinion. I think Damian successfully cashes in at Mania. That could happen, too.
It could happen.
That briefcase is looming. I still think that Judgment Day cost Priest that case, and that's his next feud is with all of them. But that's me talking, though. Quill says Rollins Punk promo was a good segment. Rollins was the MVP of this segment, hands down. My only issue was that this wasn't the main event segment of the show. Quills, you can't keep that going for too long, though. Look, Sean's been disinterested in Raw. You put that on at 11 o'clock. Is Sean still up? Does Sean still care at that point to watch Raw? You got to put that on 9 o'clock hours where you put something hot to keep people interested. So I think that would be a good spot for it.
Because Sean has been watching Monday Night Football all season.
Conrad's flipping. McKinney says professionalism. We don't have to be friends, but we can make this money. That promo just set up WrestleMania 40. They don't have to touch each other until then and really talk about it because we know. And there are multiple stories being told for the Rumble. Cody has to finish his story. CM Punk needs to finish his story. They even looked at each other after, you're in the Rumble? Yeah, you're in the Rumble? Yeah. Oh, interesting. And they kind of left it at that.
If they were smart, they'd do what I'm thinking right now, but they're not smart.
What do you think that is?
The match should clearly be a triple threat for the Undisputed Championship. I've said that from the start. Ever since CM Punk cracked the doors of WWE at Survivor Series, it should have instantly been triple threat. I know Seth Rollins and CM Punk make the most sense. I know Cody Rhodes needs to finish the story. Whatever, dude. The bottom line is, I think Roman Reigns has earned. I'm going to say some crap that people may not like. I think Roman Reigns has earned the right to lose that title without losing. I do. I 100% believe that. I think Roman Reigns has earned the right to lose that title without losing. You put him in a triple threat match. It could honestly be, no hyperbole, the biggest triple threat match in the modern era. A returning CM Punk, a returning, you can still say returning even a year later, 2 years later, a returning Cody Rhodes after conquering the world, Cody Rhodes back in the main event for the second year, and the greatest champion in the last 40 years in the main event of WrestleMania. And Reigns never takes a 3 count. I think that's oh God, I'm so mad. Having Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns is bullcrap. I'm saying it's complete bullcrap.
I disagree. He's the big dragon. Someone's got to slay the dragon to
Cody
get
doesn't deserve it, Conrad. I don't know how many times I have to say this to you, brother. Cody does not deserve that.
I think whoever does it deserves it, though.
Oh, there's only one man who deserves it. There's only one man in the industry that deserves that. And his name is Seth Rollins. And they're never going to do that. Seth Rollins should be beating Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins should have beat Roman Reigns last year at the Royal Rumble. Don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started.
It's crazy. He's the only one Roman never beat.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't get me started, bro, because this whole thing makes me sick. This Cody Rhodes that we've seen coming since the second his shoulders were on the mat for a 3 count, we knew that Cody would get the rematch at 40. Does not anybody else have a problem with this?
I don't listen. I don't know why they did it this way. I don't know why they felt the need to drag this out, but people have been along for the ride. I'm surprised that nobody has really wavered in like their appreciation for anybody. Still with Cody. The fans who still like Roman are still with Roman. It's different, you know what I mean? Back in the day, Sean, we would have ran amok up in there ooh, we ain't going for this, but it's a different time.
I got 3 words for you. It's me, Oos.
I think he's booked for Mania too. I think I see where his story is going. Pro Wrestling Shoot in the house. What's good? You can only be a professional for so long. Oh, here we go with that.
I hear you.
You already know where I stand. Valid point, CJ, about the spot of the Rollins promo. Cody is the only guy. Period.
I know.
They promised him, bro. Like I said, this isn't for Cody. Y'all might get mad at me for saying that. This isn't for Cody. This is for Maxwell.
Yeah.
Ricky. They're gonna be calling him over. Bruce Pritchard is salivating to work with Ricky Starks. I can tell. I can feel it. It's that Texas boy mentality. They're gonna be in there. This is gonna be a great promo, and that's what they're going to do. More on that momentarily.
Yes.
Seth deserves what he's getting in limbo consolation prizes.
Wow, easy with the Seth hate. I didn't see that coming.
Hey, if that's how he feels. Now, he's bringing up good points. Valid point on Seth being worthy, but I think it should be Gunther, particularly if you want to do Roman. I've heard people say Gunther shouldn't lose the Intercontinental title. He should lose it in like a ladder match or a triple threat match, so he's never pinned.
I'm not mad at that, though.
It's rough.
I believe when you cross a threshold like Roman Reigns and Gunther has, good point, Guy Will Gamble, at the end of the day, maybe losing is not what's best.
Right. McKinney says it's honorable for Roman to lose straight up because it affirms his 1,000 and then some days reign of terror, but to lose in a screwy finish would make him a whiny heel, and he's not that. I just think someone deserves, like I said, if you're telling a story, someone deserves to slay the dragon and be like, I did it.
You're using the wrong verbiage, my brother. You're using the wrong, for somebody who's as articulate as you are.
Hey, that's the right verbiage. This dude has destroyed your roster, Sean. He did. Tell me who he didn't destroy. He beat Riddle. He beat everybody who's on that roster. He beat Jey Uso multiple times. He beat Jimmy. He beat all of them. What did somebody get from this?
Cody doesn't deserve a darn thing. Cody is a hypocrite. I don't care what anybody says, bro. I'm standing on business. Cody Rhodes is a hypocrite. Period. And Cody Rhodes does not 2 consecutive main events of WrestleMania and Cody Rhodes an outsider. Let me tell you something, bro. This is comedy to me. Seth Rollins has carried this company on his back for 10 years. 10 years. And you have the audacity to give the nod to Cody Rhodes, who has disrespected WWE. outside the company. Everything Seth Rollins said in that promo was gospel truth, bro. Gospel truth. I was like, preach, brother. Preach. Cody Rhodes doesn't deserve this. Are you kidding me? Cody Rhodes deserves this? Cody Rhodes deserves to beat the number one man in the business in back-to-back WrestleManias and take the title from the guy who has dominated the industry for the past 4 years? He deserves it? He doesn't deserve a damn thing.
Ooh. Pro Wrestler Shoot Cousin, he says, I believe Cody is the reason for the uptick in ticket sales, ratings boosts, etc. Cody deserves everything. BJ said Cody came back to the WWE. That made him deserve it. LOL.
Well, I think he was being sarcastic, I hope. I think he's being funny.
I think I can't. Sarcasm, my Conrad quote of all time, sarcasm does not translate well on the internet.
Right.
Just so people know. So I never know if it is or not. E says, give me 99 Boss Man Hill. Oh, we do not need that anymore. That Big Show promo will forever be unforgivable that he did. He just don't get you. He gets your whole family. A mean girl. Seth Rollins put the company on his back like Greg Jennings. Sorry, guy will give. I was thinking of that Madden YouTube video. I've been in live attendance for Cody shows. The merch numbers and the pops in the arena speaks for itself. But I'm gonna leave that where it is because I don't want to. I'm not trying to. No, I'm not trying to crap on Cody because
I'm not crapping on anybody.
No, but you know the question I want to ask. Well, where was this before? You know what I mean?
I know what you were thinking. I knew exactly what you were about to say.
So yeah, I just don't know what makes it so different. Is it because he was the first to jump, or I don't know? That's why Cody should have won. An outsider, a threat from the outside, taking down the Roman Empire. Terrell says a sleeping threat taking down the Empire. Great storytelling. I hope Cody loses that Mania or isn't the Roman match. I laughed so hard. He is terrible.
Oh, E, I'll tell you something, man. We've disagreed on a lot, but we are on the same. I will be cheering for Roman Reigns more than I cheered for freaking Rock versus Austin, more than I cheered for Hogan versus Andre. I will be cheering for Roman Reigns to beat Cody Rhodes more than any. I will be the biggest fanboy you have ever seen. Because I hope to God that Cody does not win this match. I know he will, but I hope to God he doesn't. That would be the greatest moment in to see all those little stinking kids with their freaking tears running down their eyes. Oh, Cody lost 2 years in a row. Yes, he lost 2 years in a row, and I love it. Go back to AEW where you belong, you traitor.
Wow. BJ says
it makes me sick. I am so sick. I am so sick of everybody on this Cody Rhodes bandwagon. Cody Rhodes took a sledgehammer and beat the crap out of a whatchamacallit, a throne that was supposed to represent Triple H, and all of a sudden he gets 2 consecutive WrestleMania main events. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins has to settle for night 1. Who the hell is Cody Rhodes? Who the hell is Cody Rhodes? And that's as profane as I'm gonna get. Damn in hell is as far as I'm gonna go. But I wish I would say more. I wish my heavenly Father in the sky would allow me to say more. But I'm gonna be respectful and just leave it at that. Who the hell is Cody Rhodes? 2 consecutive main events. Who the heck are you? WrestleMania and 4. This is WrestleMania 4 and 5. You get back-to-backs now. Get out of my face, bro. You don't even belong here. Go back to the independent circuit, you loser. He makes me sick. I'm going on record. Cody Rhodes makes me want to vomit. He is the biggest hypocrite in the industry, bro. He makes me sick. I cannot believe how they have just rolled out the red carpet for this guy who has absolutely crapped on this company since the day he left. He comes back and he gets 2 consecutive WrestleMania main events? Who the hell do you think you are?
Hey, bro, listen, that was on the E for giving him that.
God. I don't understand why I'm out on an island on this thing. Nobody else feels the way I feel. This is bullcrap, bro. Seth Rollins is the man who carried this company on his back, bro. He's gonna have to settle for night one. Good God. Good God. This is worse than Savage. This is worse than Savage. They are treating Seth Rollins terribly, bro. Terribly. Cody Rhodes gets... Let me say this to you real slow. Not that you're a slow guy, but I'm going to say it real slow. Cody gets back-to-back main events at WrestleMania? Back-to-back main events at WrestleMania? Good God, that makes me want to throw up, bro.
I'm going back to the chat. BJ says, half sarcastic, him leaving his VP status to come over. He wasn't coming over to be a star. He was coming over to be the star. That contract he signed says you deserve that, laughing. And they created a whole new belt with no legacy behind it for Seth to build into the Workhorse Championship. Seth is worthy to be challenged by Cody if something happened unexpectedly. Will Jade win the Royal Rumble? Terrell's asking.
I don't think she'll win.
No,
because that would be a good idea.
I think she'll be the last one eliminated or something like that'll happen. I don't know. They're gonna have to come up with something new.
They make me sick, bro. They make me sick. I can't stand that stinking company.
Remember Boss Man talking about people's mothers? Christian is continuing Boss Man's work. In hindsight, weren't we really sure Roman Reigns was going to beat Brock the second time and he lost too? It could happen. Gomar said, bro, Pro Wrestler Shoot said, I feel the same way about people crying about Cody. Can't wait till he's champ. Once again, said this before. I'm going to talk all kinds of ish. Terrell laughing. Conrad knows I'm good for it. It's just going to happen. Just spit on him while Cody's down there. Jeez.
I know you guys, bro. This is wrong, bro. I know y'all think I'm just bugging out right now. Seth Rollins, this is more about Seth Rollins than it's about Cody Rhodes. But it's about Cody Rhodes too. Seth Rollins is getting shafted here, bro. Completely shafted.
Sean, I've been saying this since 2012 with CM Punk. Once I realized it.
Yeah, I feel you on that. You're right about that.
There's nothing that's going to surprise me anymore at this point with look at how he's being treated. I'm like, this is a role for somebody. You are the number 2. You are who I call if an injury happens.
And for the record, just to show how sincere I'm being right now, this bothers me more than Jey Uso. This situation with Cody getting the nod over Seth Rollins bothers me even more than everything that's been bothering me about Jey Uso. And everybody knows how I feel about Jey Uso. Jey Uso is my guy.
He said I hate his broken back. BJ said on his broken back at that.
And at the end of the day, I don't know if you're being sarcastic or real, but literally, I'll even take it there, bro. On his compromised back, he's carried the damn company, and he can't even. Bro, I'm sick of this. This is ridiculous, bro. If I was Seth Rollins, as soon as my contract ran out, I would run for the hills. Seth Rollins, go somewhere where you'll be appreciated, damn it, because this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. And they're gonna. And you talk about consolation prizes. You talk about consolation prizes. The consolation prize. Oh well, you know what, Seth? WrestleMania is 2 nights, so you'll get the main event, and everybody knows that the real main. Does anybody really think that the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens was the main event of WrestleMania? Does anybody really believe that? Give me a break. Stop it. Just stop it. There's only one main event, and that main event is opposite the ring from Roman Reigns. And you know there's only one person in the industry, Conrad, that deserves it. And his name is Seth freaking Rollins.
Kyron says, what would you do with Cody at WrestleMania? Sean just explained it. I think he said a triple threat with you said Punk, Cody, and Reigns, right?
Yeah, I mean, it should be Seth, but that's the only consolation I can think of.
Jay coming in 10 and getting eliminated early like D-Bry that year. They better not do that, guy will gamble. I will be tight. So, yeah, and I see people are talking about Seth can always not re-sign in June. Seth and Becky are going to make whatever decision that works for them. Jade just lost her mother to cancer, so her being at the PC only 2 days a week now is explainable. So her being in the Rumble might be in the air, but that's the place to debut. But NXT is her home. She might wait till the night after Mania because you usually get a debut there too. So we'll see what happens. Let's take Deborah out the equation.
Bam!
Speaking of that, things could change too. If old Stone Cold makes that call, people like to talk about Dwayne. If old Steve makes, I might take that money. I might need that. They might make a change. That could be a really good matchup for them. I wouldn't mind it. Rumble's going to make things interesting. I don't want to dwell on this, Sean, because we're going to be talking about this a lot for the next 4 months, I feel like. So we'll get more into it in the upcoming weeks once the Mania card begins to take shape with everybody else. I want to talk about a rumor, though. Rumor has it, Sean, that Warner Brothers Discovery back in the discussion to get Raw.
I've heard that too.
How do you feel about this? I put nothing past WWE. Do we not remember the ECW TNN saga? Where Paul Heyman is shooting on air live. I dare you to pull me off the air. They're zoomed in on this man's teeth. I dare you. Because he wanted to sue them. Right. He knows his father was a lawyer. I dare you to do this. And he made a character who was Don Callis, by the way, Cyrus the Virus, he worked for the network. Yep. And they basically hated him. It was crazy, the things that they were doing back then. WWE, they're petty, bro. I was telling someone today, I think it was Jesse from the Pro Wrestling Shoot, put nothing past this company, bro, to do something low down. I think they stole WCW. That's just what I think. I don't know if it's true. I think they stole WCW or something shady happened. There's no way you sell WCW for that low. No way, bro. I'd be like, nah, I'm about to get paid, bro. Eric Bischoff offered them more money. All you had to do is put it on and let someone else have the responsibility. Okay, you're on Tuesday. See ya. You know what I mean? Take the money. What? Yo, I don't know. I don't know about this. I guess if it's right, they'll do it. But what are you thinking of this? Like, if you're Tony Khan, are you not like pooping your pants?
I think you have definitely reason to be concerned. For me, WWE has proven themselves to be cutthroat negotiators, so this doesn't really surprise me. Obviously
they want $400 million, right? By the way,
obviously looking for I was about to say they're obviously looking for the best deal that suits them financially. I don't think the fans are their priority at this point. I think getting paid is their priority. So I'm not surprised. None of this really surprises me. I just think that the era of Raw as we know it is about to change. And I think we could be on the verge of possibly it changing nights, which I think is terrible. But I think all these network changes and time slot changes, I think all of us, we were talking about this with Jesse from the Wrestling Shoot as well, Conrad, as well as on my show. We were talking about this with Crystal and Renzi and other people. WWE moving from Monday night is not as far-fetched as I thought it was at first.
I think this is Nick Khan's WWE now. This ain't Vince or Gomez, as I should be saying. I've been slipping up the last few weeks.
Yeah, no, well, we all know that this Vince in this chat right here is the only Vince we like. So
that's right. Out to Vinny.
So
yeah, it's a different world now, though. I really think nothing's off the table.
It's something to really concern yourself with. If you're a person that just wants wrestling on Monday, I think you're about to be very disappointed.
So you think it moves nights? I just can't see if Warner Brothers Discovery is hurting for cash, though. I can't see them ponying up unless they lose the NBA. Then they got money to spend. But how can you have WWE and AEW? Like, that's going to be weird.
I mean, it's a conflict of interest, but then again, it's not really because there's two different ownership groups and different decision makers.
Someone's going to Discovery, is what I'm telling you. Right. Someone is going to get the short end of the stick. And let me tell you who it ain't going to be. Ain't gonna be WWE.
Yeah.
That's the sad part.
And we agree completely that AEW would get the short end of the stick. Totally.
Yeah. I just think if you're Tony Khan, you have to feel betrayed. Like, I've always put you over. I've never blamed you for anything. How dare you do something like this? You know what I mean? I brought prominence to your network when hard times, baby, from 2019. Let's not act like those years didn't exist for WWE. It was rough. If you were watching Raw, it was rough watching SmackDown. Come on now. Don't act like they weren't putting on good TV for you. But this is business, man. And when it comes down to business, people will go in. They will get cutthroat. It gets bad from time to time. Let me see here. Wanted to ask your thoughts. Oh, we're going to get to that, BJ. I promise you. Save that question in your copy and paste. They're not married to the night. It'll be whatever night Raw they can make money for. It's all about the Tuesday Night Raw on Amazon Prime, B.
Right, or they can do something petty like they always do, and they can probably do Saturday Night Raw.
Well, and you know what's crazy about Amazon Prime? Then they're in all three markets.
Mm-hmm.
You're into streaming only. Then you're also into SmackDown, which is on cable, which will be on USA, and then CW will have NXT.
This is true.
That's broadcasted TV.
Yeah,
so that's crazy. There's a whole lot of people about to discover AEW in that scenario with the eye roll.
Nice play on roles, man. Nice play on words.
Tony Khan works hard to build AEW. Hold on. I think your comment got cut off. I'm going to come back to yours, Jason, when it pops up. How is WWE petty for taking a meeting with someone? It would be petty if they said, we're not talking to y'all because you work with TK, but they got to hear everyone out. WB is...
I don't think I used the word petty. I think I said that they're cutthroat and they don't care about anybody but themselves.
Yeah, that's going to be rough, man. That's rough if you're TK. I get it. I get business side of it, but that dude's been rocking with you. He's been trying to get a deal done for you. He made stuff happen that he didn't have to, I'll just say. WBD about to be scared for their lives. Didn't Hubbard recently say that WWE and WCW had a rough year 4, become successful in 5? AEW's in year 4.
Well, I said year 4 was a turning point for both companies.
Good point too when you brought that up. I thought that was excellent. You want to remind the people what you said?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Basically, what I said was it was a reminder that WWE went through from the time that they established themselves on Monday night from 93 to 97. 97 was the worst year of that run, where they almost went out of business. And then WCW established themselves in 1995 on TNT. And 1999 was the first year that the rubber started meeting the road as far as them going downhill. Neither one of those companies had a good year that year. WWE pulled itself out. WCW did not. AEW is having the same kind of issue in year 4. We don't know how it's going to play out. It's not looking good, though, in my opinion.
They're going to have to figure it out. And I feel like, has anybody ever let two major companies both be good at the same time? I mean, honestly, Sean, think about that. In your history and knowledge of wrestling, has anyone ever been like, WWE and WCW are really good? Someone's always got to be doing bad. It's always someone. Not
only my knowledge of wrestling, Conrad, but my knowledge of sports. The USFL was never good, even if even when they had the Heisman Trophy winner Herschel Walker and had Jim Kelly and all these other guys that were future NFL Hall of Famers. The USFL was never on the par of the NFL. The Canadian.
It's a thing you see though, like right. It's perception. We were just talking about this earlier, and I'm not trying to make you go off. I'm going back to the Cody thing. No, the Cody thing for a second. When Cody left, that was perception that it happened. I think a lot of people are giving CM Punk credit for this, like Zasloff, maybe he wants WWE thing. I mean, they would be fools not to hear WWE out as well. But I don't want to give too much credit until we hear from somebody that says, like, no, CM Punk's the reason this deal happened. But it's a lucrative property to get WWE on your network. I get it. It's one of the more popular shows. You could talk all the trash that you want. AEW is one of the more popular shows to have on your network. On Wednesdays, they are usually top 10. It's not. Think of how many shows are on Wednesday. Flip through one day. Just look at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Just go through and see what's on TV. Most people are watching Dynamite. More people are watching Raw.
But there are certain brands that are just better in the court of public opinion. That's the issue. I don't think anyone is really going to give AEW a nod over WWE, unfairly so, because WWE is considered to be the better brand just by default.
Look at where they've been. They're internationally known. They have TV deals all across the world.
Exactly. Meanwhile, there was a time when I thought New Japan Pro Wrestling was the best wrestling in the world. It never was recognized that way. We talked about it, you and I on the show. We talked about it in the past on other shows. New Japan was the best pro wrestling on the planet for years. Nobody recognized it that way. Just like nobody's recognizing AEW. AEW is a really good product. Does it need help? Yes. But WWE needs help too.
I don't think it's the doom and gloom everyone's saying. I'm like, y'all know Tony Khan's pockets run deep, right?
Exactly.
He just mentioned something on the ROH media scrum about he's not going to take, you know what I mean? Like, he's not laying down at this. He knows what happened to other people. He knows this is important for people who don't like WWE, who are tired of WWE. I get it. It matters. It's just going to be sad if I feel like Bugs Bunny should pop up from behind this sign. I don't know why right now. I'm just saying that looking at it, but this is crazy if WWE finds a way to take this deal. It's a rumor right now, but I just wanted to put that out there for people while we were talking about it. I'm looking. Jason's comment. Tony Khan works hard to build AEW, and if people do things that are sneaky to hurt him, is something I can sympathize with.
Same here.
Tony gets the 50-50 treatment on this. Yes, people are doing things to hurt. WWE does things that are petty. By the way, Dominic Mysterio, CM Punk are wrestling at like house shows. Did you notice that he said, I hope CM Punk punches me like this? And he showed clear AEW logo when he broke his foot and he fell into the ring. You know, Punk had a rough few minutes because he just realized, I think something's wrong with my foot. And he said, I hope you punch me like this, but it was the AEW picture. You mean to tell me that wasn't calculated, guys? Come on.
Very calculated.
Come on. Don't do that. And as Gomar said, WWE knows what they're doing, though. They know. USFL had Steve Young and Kurt Warner. Yeah, there was talent there, but it's the perception of what people will think. WWE took their EVP. Whoa, big deal. That's why I think Sean, this is why me and Sean had said, like, Cody leaving, that's messed up, man. Like, you really hurt the perception of everybody who was still there. Like, why did you do it?
More of a USFL lesson. Steve Young, Kurt Warner, Jim Kelly, Reggie White, the late great Reggie White. USFL was stacked to the gills with talent, but it just wasn't going to matter because NFL was conceived in people's minds to be better. I think we're all programmed to say WWE's better, WWE's the best, WWE's this, WWE's that. Like, it's not, but it's hard to argue with people like Jesse from the Wrestling Shoot because, well, they're selling out every show. I don't know why they're selling out every show, but they are.
If you're going to bring money into it, that's one thing. But if you're talking about consumer opinion, that's another thing. But right now, they're winning in consumer opinion. It looks like too.
I can't wrap my. But you know, it's hard not to win in consumer opinion when you just brought back Randy Orton and got CM Punk. I mean, CM Punk's the biggest free agent signing in the industry in years, so I can't knock them for that. I watched my first episode of Raw outside the Bray Wyatt tribute when CM Punk came back, so I'm a witness to it. I'm part of the problem. I'm part of the problem, but I won't be watching Monday Night Raw tonight.
Doug's letting you know there's 2 tag team championship matches tonight. It's gonna be tag team heavy. It looks like. Jason says Triple H and WWE will always make sure that building AEW up successfully will not be an easy task. This is a game to WWE, just like WCW. AEW, WCW, ECW. Has WWE ever shown good sportsmanship to other companies when it benefits them when they were going to take people from ECW? WWE has always been the Hellfire Club, Marvel Comics. There's nothing wrong with that. Arena football, Foxy Boxing. There's an Intercontinental title match. I think Miz and Gunther tonight. Cody had a lot of hats at AEW when he left. Yes. The 850K faithful in the ratings is valuable to any channel or any broadcast TV. So AEW has a place, but it is a shot in the foot to find that TK turned down the CW earlier. But why would he take that CW deal if he thinks that Warner Brothers might be interested in it? Like, I know Warner Brothers owns a piece of it, but I think there's more to it than just some dudes talking to you in LA while you're there to negotiate with Warner Brothers Discovery about things, while you're showing them a good time. That's not the time to do a business deal. That sounds like a setup. At least in my mind, as a business person, I'm like, nah, this sounds like a setup. Thank you for saying that, though. We'll talk later, you know? And if Warner Brothers Discovery wanted it, why didn't they say, well, we'll put you on there? You own a piece of it. Why didn't you tell them that then? Let's flip it the other way, you know? Let me see here. I saw Zilla was backstage. Yes, he was backstage at some of the wrestling shows lately. It's interesting. And let's keep this on Tony Khan for a second. We did have the Ring of Honor show. It looked like a good show. I enjoyed some of the matches on here. That six-way, the survival of the fittest for the television championship was a lot of fun. Got to see the Von Erichs on the pre-show. Lots of goodness on here, right? Can't really complain about a pure match. The I Quit match a lot of people love. By Kingo doing lucha things. And Athena and Billy Starks, if you like women's wrestling, support that. And the match that sold tickets from Blackpool Combat Club versus Mark Briscoe and FTR, they had a lot of stuff. But here's the issue, Sean, that I have. We're on the pre-show. Maybe the show had just started. I don't even remember. Eddie Kingston, who was your world champ, he's defending his belt in the Continental Classic. These Ring of Honor shows are a mess. Why are they not properly booked beforehand? These shows are always into something or something else. What are we doing here, fam? Like, I just don't understand how Tony Khan didn't have this match booked beforehand. Anthony Henry's backstage. He's in a tag team. Bada boom, bada bing. Here we go. And there you go. There you have it. It's a match made. What? That's not how you book this show. What is Ring of Honor's identity? What is Ring of Honor? Is it your NXT? Say that. That's fine. But keep it separate then from AEW. You're doing a lot of clashing and mixing, and I feel like he doesn't feel like he has the star power to do that.
I think you're on the head. If you admit that it's NXT, then NXT type brand, then it would make more sense.
I just don't understand why, and I think it sucks that they don't have a home because these stories aren't getting proper build. For people who complain about women's wrestling, Ring of Honor's got a lot of it. I don't see how you're not watching it. That's all I can say. If that's your thing, if you dig women's wrestling, you should have Ring of Honor. You should have a subscription to it. Athena and Billy Starks, excellent match. Excellent. Athena's been crushing it. She's been their MVP down there, holding down the brand. And you know what? It makes some people wonder, why isn't she on Dynamite? You're going to get questions about this, Tony. You're going to get questioned. And I'm going back up to see if I can find what BJ said. Wanted to ask your thoughts on the ROH Media Scrum talking points. TK not seemingly concerned with losing WBD. FTR saying they will end their careers in AEW. And Athena staying in ROH. Not even that. What about what he said about the people, Sean? And I have a quote here about this. Where is it? Go ahead, Sean. You can read this one and give your thoughts.
Tony Khan says we've had really good conversations about AEW even in recent days. I've had really good talks with Warner Brothers Discovery. We've been with them for several years. It's a really exciting time for AEW. There's so many things that Tony Khan says where it just seems like he's just completely fooling himself.
Well, as a promoter, you have to say positive.
He's putting some sauce on it, but it's comical at this point. To me, this is the same as him saying that every other week he has a special announcement, and the special announcement is that AEW is going to be live on TBS at 8 p.m. on Wednesday night. Oh, well, you guys are live this week? Awesome. Like, he puts sauce on things that doesn't need sauce. And for me, it's just like Roman Reigns returning at this point. Tony Khan with a special announcement is the same as Roman Reigns returns next week. It has no meaning. It has no relevance. And to me, that statement right there is just another example of Tony Khan not keeping his eye on the ball. and doing some and saying things that are not relevant to what he needs to be talking about for the upliftment of his company.
Yes, and during the media scrum, I wanted to know your opinion on this, Sean. He mentioned that he's not listening to the fans because there's a lot of bad faith takes on Twitter. But I don't think everybody's out here saying stuff to hurt him. I feel like you have podcasters, you, me, plenty of other people, fan podcasts, bigger podcasts. Some people are trying to give him advice that's good for him. But I get that there's a lot of people also saying things that it's like, dude, he sold out all those tickets. He's like, and I got people talking about turnstiles to me. I know what I sold for tickets. You know what I'm saying? He was like, and I got people talking about turnstile numbers. Did every section where people entered the arena have turnstiles? And I guess he said it was no, but but you get what I'm saying? There's always something to discredit what he just did that was good too. And he's like, there's just never a break. It's always, he bought those tickets. I know he did. Or, it was the turnstiles. Oh, I need this number. And there's always someone discrediting. I feel both sides of this too. I think two things can be true.
I don't care who you are or what narrative you're trying to express. There's no time where it's okay to say you're not listening to the fans. No time. There's no time to say you're disregarding the fans. There's no time to say that you're overlooking their tweets and their social media posts. When you say that, you are spitting in the face of your audience. I don't care what context. I don't care what way you're trying to express yourself. When you say the words, we're not worried about the fans and their commentary, you are signing your own warrant for failure. Point blank period. Point blank period. So I'm actually very disappointed he would speak like that, because to me, if you want to express something like that, you're basically saying, you know what? I might as well I'm going to do what I want anyway. I don't care what the fans think. That's a problem. That's a big problem. And I didn't think he was that kind of a person or that kind of an owner. That's really disappointing.
But Sean, I think it is tough though to decipher through it. If you believe that there's bots on there, if you believe that there's people on there saying things, there are a lot of bad takes on there sometimes that I see where I'm like, bro, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, oh, what? No Millie? Every time the ratings come out now, that's the new thing. But when they were over 1 million, what? No 2 million like Raw? And I'm like, why are you guys moving the goalposts? Like, people do that to AEW as well. Isn't this the trend for television ratings on cable? Who cares about that? This is no different than the video game stuff. Oh, look at how many people are playing Fight Forever on Steam, bro. That's one platform. What are you doing? Yeah. Like, why is that a thing? But people post that constantly to discredit them. I don't know. I just think that's not cool either. Not cool what they're doing. McKinney comes back and says it was for ROH. I'm pretty sure the offer was close to what NXT got. I will say that is probably not true. If ROH just went out of business, they're not offering you $35 million a year for that show. No way. That's my belief of it. Look at ROH behind a struggling paywall because he was waiting on WB. Now they want WWE. Allegedly. $10 a month for Honor Club, and it comes with that pay-per-view. Triple H has Tony Khan and AEW on his mind. Mark my words. I mean, he'll act like he doesn't care, but his actions say it. Watch how the narrative changes. Trust me. That's what I tell people. Remember all this stuff because the narrative will change. TK sound like he was doing that Nick Khan promo. I should say World End saves AEW. It'll be a big WWE name revealed as the devil. Get ready, everyone. Truth versus JD. Loser leaves Judgment Day. Miracle on 30. I hate Miracle on 34th Street fights when they do those every year. Not a fan, for the record. BJ says, I don't agree with tuning out as a business owner, but I absolutely agree with him and the Twitter community. If wrestling could actually thrive on one of the other platforms, it would be better. Twitter has changed in the last couple years. I'll say last year or two. New ownership.
I would agree.
Not as popping as it used to be. They recorded chants for Adam Copeland for Fight Forever this past weekend. Good for him. Get him in that game. If you're talking about AEW got no story, you're probably a bot. Yeah, that is very frustrating because I just saw a story for Daniel Garcia and Matt Menard came backstage and called him son. And you haven't won a match. He's like, doesn't that make you mad? It's like your dad. My dad, if I was on a really bad team, would be like, don't you guys get mad about not winning this? And he gave him that kind of speech. You're not mad. You're just sitting here quiet. He's sitting there with his hands over. Yeah. And he was just talking about his niece, though. You know what I mean? I like that. I wanted to see AEW and ROH grow for years to come, but let's be real, Triple H is not going to let that happen. We are going to see sneaky tactics for years to come, which shows you that WWE will never change. It works for them. If people let them get away with it, why would they change?
WWE's a cutthroat company, man.
Yeah, you can't sit there and just keep complaining about it. You're either going to have to do something or, like I said, and then when he does something that's unjust or someone doesn't agree with it, that's going to be the next problem. So, I don't know. More on this to come in the upcoming weeks. That's what I should have named this. There will be more on all of this stuff that keeps happening. Really quickly before we head on off of here, I wanted to talk some TNA. They do have their Hard to Kill show. Alex Shelley versus Moose is for the TNA World Championship. That's happening Saturday, January 13th, 8 p.m. You guys can watch on. Looks like it's going to be on TNA Plus. Hey, big shout out to Endeavor, who owns WWE. They are helping partner that. Do you know why? Isn't it funny that they were just getting sued by MLW and they settled out of court about being a monopoly? Here, we'll help you.
Interesting. Wow, what a coinky-dink.
You know, you never know. You never know. We still got Trinity, who is the current Impact Knockouts World Champ. She'll be defending against Jordan Grace on Saturday, January 13th. This can also be purchased on Fight TV. That's how I usually watch the shows. Highly recommend.
AKA Triller TV.
Triller TV now. You should have that update on your app, actually. We got Chris Sabin versus the newly signed Kushida and Vikingo happening. So Kushida signs to TNA Wrestling. I thought that was a cool signing for them. I don't know what you thought of it, Sean.
I think he needs to change his clothes.
Oh, here, Sean's not a fan of the bubble vest, y'all.
What a disgrace that guy is.
You stop it right now. Eddie Edwards is re-signed, so they kept a veteran on their squad. And today, Scott D'Amore was on Busted Open Radio, and he said that there's more surprises coming at this show. I don't know what that means.
It means Dolph.
I don't know who. Nah. I don't think they got Dolph. I don't see Dolph Ziggler being
Dolph Ziggler. Mark my words. Remember, you heard it here first.
I'm calling to Neil Dashwood and Riddick Moss as the surprise.
It's Dolph Ziggler. Notice the seriousness of how I'm saying it. I'm not joking. It's Dolph Ziggler.
All right. I'll give you the props. You know, now, people thought hell froze over with CM Punk being on his shirt, that was the real moment. I think the real moment for me was seeing Kazuchika Okada saying he was coming back to TNA. If you've never seen the Green Hornet, they had this man dressed as Kato. The New Japan MVP. Vince Russo is never allowed to touch a pen or book Okada again. Scott D'Amore went to Japan and had to apologize. Scott D'Amore didn't even work for the company when this happened. He wasn't even there. He was like, I apologize for everything that happened to you, sir. Like, he went on to be the biggest star in Japan, and now you need him, and you're like, oh, wow. I shouldn't have did that. And this will happen at TNA Snake Eyes. If you guys are in the Las Vegas area, you can still get tickets to these events. Tickets aren't moving great for these areas either. Hopefully it picks up. You're getting Will Ospreay, Josh Alexander too. Oh, they're delivering some big matches coming up.
They definitely have high quality matches. Nobody would ever say anything different about that.
Yeah. I'm excited for TNA. I want to see what they're able to do. I think they're going for the gusto here.
I think they're putting their best foot forward. I think they need to really think about their venues. I think if they do that, they'll be in good shape.
Issa, nobody popping over Dolph.
Well, no, there. I'm not saying they would.
Golmar said apparently Mercedes didn't accept AEW's offer, which sucks. I heard she wants to hurt the bank is high. And now this is going to sound bad, with Charlotte out, they need it. They need some star power for Mania in that women's division. Could Mercedes come back? I mean, they may have to open up the bank, though. They may. What did I tell you I wanted last time?
Everything shouldn't have a price, but you're probably right.
You never know. Let me see here. Okada to TNA confirmed. Okada talked about being a free agent. He goes to AEW, though, right? Ain't no way.
AEW has to be.
Tony Khan got that. I heard he's got the same thing that they gave Will Ospreay. New Japan seems to be moving forward with the young men. They're getting 3 new musketeers, man, as they call it musketeers for who takes over. But I don't know, man. How do you feel about that, man? Just they're moving away from. I don't want to call them the old heads, but they're moving away from the old faithful a couple years ago.
They are. It's a shift.
Are you interested in this shift, though?
No.
Give it time. Listen, there was a time where nobody cared what Okada and Tanahashi and Nakamura and those guys were doing either. And then they got it. E said, who's got Shelton? Where do you want to see Shelton go right now?
Shelton needs to go to TNA as well.
I think he would benefit there. I think he would get a lot of time and he could actually help people.
Shelton needs to go to TNA.
Chase, I'm a big believer in karma when it comes to pro wrestling. You might be waiting a while because I haven't seen it happen yet for some people. You never know. Going to be a heck of a show. Monet in the bank. TNA needs to run the Hammerstein. Yo, Matt Stein for a minute. Someone go there.
And he's right.
Yo, Tony Khan should have went there with that final battle show. That's 100%. What he should have did. Get out of Texas, bro. I'm over it.
Stop booking arenas that you're too small for.
I mean, he did book the biggest ROH venue. You know what I mean? In their company history, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Wait, R-Truth won. Bugging. They kicked my man JD McFunkle.
R-Truth won in a loser leaves. Oh.
Judgment Day match.
See, this is what I'm... Bro, see, this is what I'm talking about. See, this is why I have... Is Emily playing and no, it's not. I see circles too. So R-Truth just beat JD McDonough in a loser leaves Judgment Day match. Are you freaking kidding?
I don't even know what to say to this.
What is going on here?
That's hilarious to me if it's true.
What the heck? What is happening right now? Are you serious?
What's up?
So R-Truth is a member of the. I can't, bro. I can't. This Conrad. This is what I'm talking about. This is ridiculous.
Sean's like, end this show right now.
I love this show. This is great. But this is ridiculous. You guys think I'm crazy talking about Cody and Seth Rollins and Jey Uso? This is what I'm talking about, bro. R-Truth, if this is right, I'm believing Emily and Sir Quills. JD McDonough just lost the match where he no longer is a member of the and now R-Truth is a member of the Judgment Day. What sense? WWE, bro.
Truth isn't in Judgment Day, but he thinks he is. I just don't understand what you guys are saying. Maybe I have to visually see this. I hope that this is like a joke.
What I saw the preview, and Emily always puts us on, and Quills always puts us on. I saw about maybe a half hour ago that the match was Truth versus JD McDonough on Raw right now, and the winner is part of Judgment Day, and the loser is no longer in Judgment Day. And now I'm seeing that R-Truth won that match. What the heck is going on here, Conrad? This is WWE? This is the best wrestling company in the world? Is this what we're debating right now?
To quote Mace, I didn't write that.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is outrageous. WWE is out of control. Oh, I can't believe it.
Terrell, you don't even want to know what that bank would be for Stone Cold to be the devil. They ain't got it.
Just when you think that WWE can't get any worse.
So BJ saying that he's R-Truth is delusional, thinking he's in Judgment Day, but McDonough is out though.
Okay, well, thank you for the clarification, BJ. I appreciate that. So I guess R-Truth is not in, but JD McDonough's out. So JD McDonough was a member of Judgment Day for a month and a half. Oh God, I can't do this, bro. This is why I don't watch this hot garbage, man. WWE has the people who write the WWE product have lost their minds. You put together a world championship montage for Jey Uso. Don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started up in here again. Don't get me started. They suck, bro. I don't know what's going on here. This is the same company that put on Hogan versus Andre, Macho versus Steamboat, Hogan versus Savage, Warrior versus Hogan, Rock versus Austin, Cena versus Randy, Cena versus Batista. They've given us DX. They've given us Nation of Domination. They've given us Evolution. And this is what it's come down to? This is pathetic.
Sergeant Slaughter should be hurt that you skipped over his Mania match like that. Listen, just take the leg drop, brother. Just take the leg drop.
This is pathetic.
It's just not handling of the mid card better, or lower card, I would say, even in this case. Just weird. Finn and Damien were trying out to.
Conrad, here's the thing. But they want us to take a team like.
Didn't they beat up R-Truth last week in the ring?
That's the point I'm trying to make, Conrad. Welcome to the show, Conrad. Welcome to the show.
I'm just saying. Once again, WWE incompetence.
Crap out of him. Yes.
Tell me more about why Tony Khan sucks, though. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
This is
ridiculous,
know what to say. Bro. And then you guys wonder why I don't watch this garbage? The only reason I know what's going on is because I like to prepare for our show. I'm not watching this crap. This is pathetic.
Is that R-Truth a legit wrestler and athletic?
Yes, he is. But he has no business.
Character-wise, he has no business, really defeating people.
Because people think I'm losing my freaking mind. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm saying is the truth. This is ridiculous. No pun intended. The truth, no pun intended. This is crazy.
Quill says Mercedes Moné better not go back to WWE. And Easy responded, "You know she is. That ATM never run dry." Yeah, they're gonna bust it out.
As much as I like Mercedes Moné, she would be such a hypocrite too, bro. What a hypocrite she would be. Oh.
There's a lot of people who are hypocrites. I don't want to go through it again because I named a lot of people one day, but listen. For that, I'm going to take this over and I'm going to let Sean end with his phrase. But we thank you all for joining us for this episode of Clash of the Podcast. We thought it was going to be abbreviated, but we ended up really, really getting into this. It was appreciated. I think Sean is flabbergasted or he has a headache, one of the two things. I'll let you guys get ready to enjoy Raw. We're going to be back next week. It'll be I know everyone's like, it's Christmas though. We're going to do an episode. I don't know the time. Me and Sean are going to talk about that stuff this week. I just got to make sure everything is settled in, but there will be a show of some form for you guys next week. And then we'll be back with New Year's Day. And I know one of the things I know I want to talk about is I want to review our predictions from last year. And just go through and see what we got right and what we totally got wrong. And then I think we should do it again. Are you with me?
I'm here.
So that's what we got for Jason. It said, "You are speaking from my heart, bro." You are speaking. Hubbard is exactly how I feel about WWE. I am him and he is me. R-Truth deserves better and JD wasted his time. Sean, take us out of here, brother, and then we can talk.
I want to thank everybody for being a part of Clash of the Podcast tonight. I want to thank Conrad for his continued partnership and brotherhood.
Sound happy.
I want to thank each and everybody who has been a part of this show and continues to be a part of this show. as we are running 68 episodes in a row, and we were running 69th episode. I will be in Miami, Florida, but me and Conrad are going to figure out a way to get this done. I'm going on record. Me and Conrad will figure out a way to get this done. So we will be back with you live next Monday night. What time, we don't know, but we will be back with you next Monday night, Christmas night. We will be with you New Year's night as well. I'm really trying not to lose my crap here. So I'm going to just get off the air now. But what I will say, on a serious note, because I'm enjoying this, but I want to get serious for a minute for everybody who is still in the chat. Even Conrad doesn't know I'm about to say this. I want to wish my mother a very happy birthday. Mom.
Happy birthday, Mama Hubs.
Mom, I love you. I love you dearly. Shawnee loves you. It's my son. I want to thank you for being the best mother on earth. I know that's debatable because everybody feels that way about their mother, but I think I'm right. And I want to say thank you for all the support. I wish you many more, many, many, many more. I pray that God blesses you with nothing but health, wealth, and blessings from now through all eternity. So with that being said, he is Conrad Cushman, Everything Pro Wrestling. I am Sean Hubbard, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. God bless you guys. We will see you on Christmas night. We don't know what time, but we will see you on Christmas night. And as always, remember, evil never, ever prevails. God bless. We'll talk.